I'm HP Marlana. This is Graceful Healing Intuitive Tarot, previously Graceful Healing Intuitive Tarot. Anyway, but HP Marlana in the house here with your divine feminine update, your energies, some of the energies that have been going on. We just had a beautiful pink moon, it seemed. I mean, it was gorgeous just a couple days ago. So let's just see what's coming out. I felt this need to come out. You know, someone asked me to come out, but I felt the need to come see you guys. I miss you guys. I love you guys. Anyway, so I did want to say hello to everyone that's here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm going to look in the chat. I'll be looking at the comments. So I'll ask whatever, answer whatever questions I can. Okay? Okay, Dickie. So I did want to let you know what initially came out. So I started on your spread before I came here because I wanted to see the energies that were coming out. And the center of the reading, this is from my new deck, which is the I Am God Oracle deck. So it's not done yet, but this is one of the images that just came out. Now this, she speaks to dreaming. She speaks to seeing, which is so interesting because we also got here seeing. You also got third eye chakra that came out. You have a few chakras that came out. So you need to work on your third eye chakra right now. Your red chakra, which is your base, that came up quite a bit for this time, and as well as your throat chakra. So this is what came out initially. So for my divine feminines, right now, your gut instinct following that is important. But what I see the most here is you being physically, you're being physically affected by your emotions. So your thought is like kind of producing a certain emotion. For some of you divine feminines, you may be feeling hostile towards someone due to inaction. And that came out quite a bit here as well, as you're trying to move up towards your abundance. So I see you moving to amazing places, right? You have blossoming abundance here. You have your treasures that are coming out here. All of this that is coming out here. But for some reason, physically, you're feeling, some of you, I feel like some of you might be feeling like under attack. That's how I really feel. And this hostility may be coming from you or coming from others, but I'm really feeling this energy of feeling attacked by someone else. I'm gonna look a little deeper into that. And then we also have this energy here of pleasure and ecstasy, taking that time out for you. So that is very important. And it's almost as if, and this could be affecting you in your home too, because that's coming up here as well. It's almost as if the happier you are, the more attacks you may be getting. Yeah. Because it looks like there's a change here in emotions. Like some of you are very, very much so growing from a place of, I just heard neediness, needing someone's validation. I'm hearing that, like needing someone's to validate your emotions, all of that. It's almost like you're like at the point, like, look, I don't need you for that. It's kind of that energy. And it's really about you following what's inside. I have two messages here of inaction, lack of movement, here towards someone maybe who's hostile towards you. So I'll go a little deeper into that as well. So that's kind of what came out initially. And then you also have some information here in regards to advice to follow the golden rule, treat others as you want to be treated, living your blessed, living your best life, all of that. And then putting yourself in a place of inspiration to inspire others. So I just had to show you this. All of this came out for you. But what I want, when I asked what was at the center of your reading, it was definitely living your bliss and treating others as you want to be treated, that kind of thing. I feel like some of you have someone around you that is, again, hostile towards you due to you changing up the script, maybe flipping the script. I'm hearing that too. But still, the message here is to follow the golden rule, treat others as you want to be treated. So it's like if you treat them with hostility or the way in which they treat you, that's going to defeat the purpose here. So in essence, you are inspiration to them to treat you the way they want to be treated. So in essence, the way you have treated them, you want that in return. So don't mess that up by treating them differently. This is almost like somebody coming around to finally treat you the way you deserve to be treated due to the fact that you put so much energy in, but it's also about you living your best life though. So by you living your best life, someone else is seeing this, and it's inspiring them to even treat you better. Wow. Okay. So that's just what came out initially. How you guys doing? Who's in the house? Who we have here in the house? I think this is good. I want to look into this in action though. I really want to look into this in action, but let me just show you what chakras came out. Like I said, the seeing, your perception, this is what's coming out. Seeing things, your perspective, truth, clarity, seeing things for how it really is. Again, your physical health is coming out here. The message from that to me is really speaking to not allowing other people to affect you to the point of your physical health deteriorating. So people can be like this. This is that hostility I was telling you about. Someone can come at you all they want, but it's almost like they don't have to penetrate you if you don't let them. How you doing, Marsha? How you doing, Joy? You don't have to let them penetrate you, right? So this is really about the strength, your vitality, your balance, remaining balanced in the face of this hostility. Your throat chakra also came out here, speaking your truth, speaking that, seeing that. So oh, I love it. I love it. Y'all are doing well. I love this. So I'm gonna look, like I said, I want to look into this physical health. I really, like I said, I feel like this physical health is coming out because it's pleasure and ecstasy next to it. Heart and home is next to it. So this is actually really good. But this is letting me know some of you may be affected physically at home as well. So this is, again, not allowing somebody to upset you to the point where it affects you physically. Okay. I'm even feeling like a trembling, like some of you may have butterflies in your orange chakra area, your red chakra area. It's a lack of stability, feeling a lack of stability there. So this is where that strength is necessary to come up, so you can have that strength to, maneuver and move the way you need to move. So this is, again, about following your gut instinct. This is about your instinct, hey, how you doing, Ray? This is about following that knowing, that sense, trusting your inside. So this is about trusting you, even in the face of this hostility. So why is hostilities here? This is crazy. Like so who trying to come up against my divine feminines, okay? Like, what is all of that about? Okay. Again, I have this throat chakra energy coming up. Again, this is the ace of air. Again, this energy of speaking your truth. So it's definitely necessary right here. Let me see what else comes out for y'all. Because somebody is a bit off. My divine feminine, somebody, I feel like it's someone you're dealing with who may be hostile towards you, that may be feeling this. Let me just I'm gonna pull out the romance oracle real quick and just see what comes out with this, as well as your energies, as far as your emotions for my goddesses. But let me just see what's coming out as far as this physical manifestation of energy. It's like something, and there's a lack of action around it. So it's like hostilities and a lack of action here. Okay, so we have passion and true love here that came out in reverse. Yeah, someone's holding back. So this is definitely an energy of holding back. But this hostility, what's all that about? Okay. So what I'm seeing here is freeing yourself, engagement, and attraction all in reverse. This is letting me know that some of you might be pissed that things aren't going to the next level, maybe feeling a lack of attraction towards someone else, but yet there's a desire to not free yourself from this person. So there's a lack of passion. I mean, all of this just came in reverse. Let me just see what else comes out, because it really all came in reverse. Let me just try it again. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. What messages do we have for my divine feminines? So yeah, so an expression of love, you deserve love is coming out here. And then we have forgiving and learning here. Okay. So that's important. Okay, so what they're saying here, like all that stuff is in reverse because there's a lack of forgiveness here as it deals with a person. Like I said, when it comes to this hostility, someone being hostile towards you or whatever that is due to you living your bliss, still don't, treat them as you. It's almost like I'm hearing kill them with kindness is what I'm hearing here. Expressing your love, forgiving and learning. You deserve love. Okay. I feel like I missed a comment there. I did just see something flip up. Okay, again, I see for my divine feminist, it's beautiful. Finances and careers, you're moving up. Okay, you're moving up. You're letting go of control issues. This is beautiful because what I see here is you realizing that you have no control over certain people and what they do. At that point, you realize whatever they're. This is a learning lesson for you. When it comes down to it, it's like a need to release. Some of you may be harboring some level of unforgiveness that you need to release, and because it may be affecting you physically. That's one scenario here. So the advice is to live your bliss. If you're already living your bliss, continue to follow the golden rule. Treat others as you want them to be, as you want to be treated, because they're learning a lesson from you. You're inspiring them through your actions. Like this is like the importance of you in their life. Okay. And this lack of action is definitely due to lack of passion, lack of it's like someone feeling like they're with someone who should be their true love, but you're doubting if they're your true love because, of their inaction, their hostility, all of that. So there's a few things that are going on here. Wow. But at the end of the day, though, this is the second time I saw this keep an open mind, okay? All right. Stay open-minded. Like some of you may want to give up. This is the second time that came out. Stay open-minded. And then at the, wow. Kindness counts. Wow. So for some of you who are potentially getting the other end of this lack of kindness from someone else, or if it's you that is being hostile towards another, kindness will assist you in this endeavor, while you're going through this. Even while you're speaking your truth, all of that, still keep in the forefront that, kindness does count. Be careful how you speak. I always say speak your mind, but also be careful how you speak to them, because you do want to, it's a learning lesson for both of you. You have to realize that certain people in certain places in their life for a reason, and you're there to inspire them in some instance, to grow them in some instances. So remember that you would not want that done to you either. So like if you're struggling and suffering and someone is like, treating you kind, isn't that like a feeling that's so beautiful? Wow. And it came out again. So, whoever this is that's really going through and feeling hostile towards your masculine even, just keep in mind, follow the golden rule. They're learning. They're going to learn from you. They'll learn their lessons in essence. They're learning their lessons in essence from you. Okay, so how you treat them is important. Okay. Hi, did anybody have any questions here? By the way, I did want to talk to y'all. I said I saw a couple comments. How y'all doing? Who we got in the house? How y'all doing? Hey, did y'all have any questions? Y'all good? Let me know if you have any questions. So yeah, I kind of dug into that a bit. I mean, I think that is good. We'll see, but I think it's good that you're learning this lesson. I think it's a lesson that needs to be learned, and this is also a part of your heightening of your self-awareness, heightening, all that. Let me see where you are spiritually, divine feminines, emotionally as well. Let me see what we're going spiritually for my divine feminines. Wow. Okay, so what just came out for you was, going with the flow. All right. Surrendering to the flow here. I'm feeling this one as well. Washing away your burdens. This is for some of you who are definitely having a hard time dealing with this at this time. Your breaking point is near. That is what I just heard. Your breaking point is near. That speaks to releasing. Like some of you are holding on and really need to release, again, the anger, the frustration, the bitterness, all of that. As you hold on to that, it just makes you heavy. It gives you a headache. I mean, it's really about letting it go. Like, I feel like someone right now is like, it's almost like you have a headache, but if you would just release, if you would just let the tears come, if you would just let the tears flow, you would feel much better. Like those headaches would kind of go away. It's like lightening your load. That's what they said. Lighten your load. Wow. Okay. Let spirit lighten your load. Embrace spirit at this time. Okay. So let that go. Let it go, guys. Let it go. Whoever this is that's really feeling this energy of needing to kind of let, wow. And it came out again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You said you reached your breaking point last week. What happened? Reached my breaking point last week. Now in the process of releasing and forgiving. Good. I hold on to the people not treating me like I treat them. Yeah. Remember that spirit has your back in the midst of all of this. How you guys doing? You're welcome. You're welcome. Spirit is with you. This just came out. As you saw, it just popped out again. Spirit is with, you're not alone. And this is what is important for you to know. When you're in those moments, I just heard, okay, I see like angels like holding you, like literally holding you. And when you're in those moments, you're being held. Release it. Give it away, you know. Betrayal is big for me. I'm about to break now. Yeah. Yeah, betrayal is not fun. What they just told me is be careful what you listen to, what you allow in your hearing. Because what it is you believe what you hear and what you see. And so you have to be careful what you allow. Like certain people, like I can tell you now, like my second husband had a gift of gab. I tell you, I'd be staring at his mouth like this. I'd be like, almost like in a trance. Because he was so good at it. I'm just saying, he was really great at it. And he could pull anybody in with his words. Like, because he spoke it from the heart so passionately. It was, and especially empathic, the way I am, I felt it just as much as he did, you know. And so it pulls you in. So you got to be careful what you allow in your hearing, your knowing, your heart. Because what it is you start to believe certain things that may not be true. And so that's why spirit keeps saying, like, listen, embrace me, listen to me, follow your gut instinct, your seeing, your knowing, your third eye chakra. All of that is important because people can tell you shit all day. People can say anything to you all day. You know, you can listen to stuff all the time. You can listen to people on the radio. You can listen to people in church. Don't get me started. You can listen to people all over all the time. Are they living their life the same way? A lot of the times, no. Are they really telling the truth all the times? A lot of the times, they may have an agenda. I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, when people are speaking, you have to be careful what you allow in your hearing, what you allow in your heart. So when it comes, Marsha, for instance, when it comes to letting that go, sweetie, and when it comes to letting that go, it's like you believe them. That's why it's so hard, because it's like you maybe believe you went through all of this for me to trust you and just to break me again, in essence, you know. And that's a part of your lesson. That's a part of the learning lesson, because to allow someone in to open up, see, that's huge in itself. But then it's a whole nother level when you allow them in, and then you pick and choose what you want to believe, what you know, and you take them for who they really are, not what they say they are. Does that make sense? I mean, you know, I had a conversation not too long ago about, you know, people representing, you know, we talk about this all the time, right? People showing their representatives, who they represent themselves to be, when in essence, they're not like that, right? But you have to use that level of discernment. No matter what anybody tells you, you know, honestly, anybody, I mean, down to your parents, your grandparents, doesn't matter what they're telling you, you know, all of that. You know, it's interesting because people say things and people take everybody for face value, what they say, as if it's law, as if it's, you know, God, you know, like what they say, oh, it must be true. that kind of thing. You have to discern, and that's why we have this power, right? It's so funny. My sister-in-law said yesterday, like, oh, we need to give over this birthing stuff to the men, and I was like, no, they don't deserve that kind of power. You can't give them your power. That's your power. My brother was like, yeah, you don't want to give away your power. You don't want to give us strength and this and that and all that, and birthing, like bringing forth life. I'm like, you're a portal. Like, come on, like you don't want to give them that much power, right? I mean, but take it to another level. How much power do you give people who are just talking to you, whatever? When they say something, you take it for base value. They don't show you. Even when they show you, it still could be temporary, right? So it's all of this is like, but if you ignore your heart, ignore angels, and ignore your spirit, ignore your ancestors, ignore your intuition. All these things are telling you something ain't right about what's being said here. Something ain't right about what's going on here. And you're still moving forward because of what you see and what you heard. That's deep. Spirit and God, they see above us. They see further than us. And they're giving you advice like, look, be careful. They're the best GPS there is, except they're more accurate. You feel me? And you're still listening to what someone told you. So really what you're pissed at is yourself for believing them. That's what it really comes down to, y'all. Like, when we're pissed at this betrayal and what people have done or said and how they were so wronged us and everything, it hurts, Betrayal is a big thing for me. To find out that it was all a facade. Yeah, glad the mask is off. Good. This is how my body hurts. Yeah. Release it, Ray. Release it. Yeah, let that go. Like, because, I mean, I'm telling you, been there, done that, got a t-shirt in. I'm just telling y'all. I mean, it's real. And when you finally release it and you let go of all of the expectations, let go of all of what they said, all of what you thought you wanted, because don't tell me you hadn't questioned in your mind a couple times, like, do I really want this the way I think I want this? Did I really, do I really? I don't know. I mean, tell me. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's at times where you question it, right? Many times you question it, like, I don't know. Is this real? Yeah, let it go, honey. Yeah, I know. And if it's in your body, because I'm telling you, it kept coming up like in your body. Like whoever this is they're holding it in their body. And it's affecting you, it's affecting you physically. So just be careful not to allow it to affect you physically. And that's what happens when you're emotionally tied to someone as well. I know at one point in my life, I used to get heart palpitations all the time. And I used to blame it on my husband, right? But it was really the stress of a lot of things that were around me, and it just wasn't helpful, kind of the stuff that I was going through with him at the time as well. So it got to a point where in both my marriages, honestly, I want to say my first marriage too, where I was like, I got to choose me. I got to put me first. My body. I mean, when you're affected physically, like, what the fuck? Like, you trying to kill me? Nah, not today. Not I, said the cat. Oh, not I, said the rat. Which one is it? If someone says, I love you, I don't take it lightly. Yeah. Love. Now that's interesting. I got to talk about that. I was not listening to my inner voice, but I know better now. Yeah, sometimes our physical outweighs our emotional, our mental, our spiritual, what God has for us. And it's because we have been so wrapped up into the society. I mean, it's normal. And I would just say, definitely release it. Forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive yourself. It's not just forgiving them, it's forgiving yourself as well, because it's almost like you harbor a feeling of, I can't believe I trusted them, or I can't believe I gave them this, or I can't believe I gave them my time. I mean, you're valuable. Your time is valuable, and you get to a point where you're like, I can't believe like I did that. I gave them that, or maybe you feel like you wasted your time and now your window for having children or whatever is slowing down or coming to a halt. And that's all those things is what you harbor. And that's where that forgiveness comes in, where you need to forgive yourself. forgive them, if you feel like it, but really forgiving yourself, because a lot of that burden you put on yourself. Like, I should have known this. I can't believe and as you start to become clearer and clearer, I'm telling you guys, as you become more and more clear, you're like, you know what? I see clearly now. And at first it's almost like you're pissed, but then you get to a point of just lightening your load to where you're like, okay, they are going through this because of what they went through. It was not directed at me. They lied to me because they wanted what they wanted, and I didn't listen to my higher self. I'll own up to that, but never again. Catch me the first time, not the second time. That kind of thing. And you just forgive yourself. I mean, it's that simple. Forgive yourself. Like, the exercise for the day is to look in the mirror, say in your eyes, I forgive me. Always led with my love. Yeah, I know. I do too. And people take advantage of that, Ray, when you leave with love. And I mean, love is the best thing, because everybody wants the love. Everybody wants to feel your love physically, emotionally, all of that. Your love is valuable. So your love is what you have to realize is your currency. Your love is your power. So to lead with love, it's almost like that's like a man saying, I'm going to just give you money and then I'm going to tell you to work it off. You see what I'm saying? Or I'm going to go to a job, they're going to pay you first and then make you work it off. Nah. And then, divine feminine, especially those powerful, empathic divine feminists, we lead with love, hoping that we'll get the same in return. And in essence, we're devaluing the level of power of our love and devaluing our currency in love. That love is to be earned. Your love is not just given, it's to be earned. You don't get all my love just because you bought me dinner or got me this or said that, or you said you love me, so I said no. Like, that's something to be earned. That level of, I know my love is deep. Anybody who touches my love, kids, men, women, co-workers, family members, any of them, anybody have the pleasure of being in my presence of my love, that's a pleasure. That's something I've given you. That is something I've allowed you to have. You cannot just have my love. No. No. That's some shit to be earned. I'm sorry. No. My currency, I know my shit's expensive. I'm just saying, my shit's expensive. Okay, my shit's expensive. I'm just saying. What you say here, Ray? I've been working so hard on my spiritual journey, spiritual work, to be knocked back down just yesterday. Yeah, I know. And typically what happens is it's to teach you something again. I would like to ask you what you learned from that being pushed back, because really you haven't gone as backwards as you think you have. You have not fallen as far as you think you have. You're not back where you were. Okay? You're not back where you were. You can't go back to where you were. You've learned too much. So it's like you may mentally feel like, okay, but I was here 5 years ago. No, you wasn't. You're not where you were 5 years ago. You're not where you were 2 years ago. Who you are today is so much better, is a newer, is a more spiritual, a more enlightened, a more all of that being. So even though you might have gotten knocked down a little bit, trust me, it was a little bit, because now your bounce back is totally different. Your bounce back then might have taken months. Your bounce back today could take you weeks or a day. You see what I'm saying? You're different. Trust me, you're different. Okay? I've learned a lot. Absolutely. You have. So don't feel like they've knocked you down. They don't have, don't even give it to them. You see what I'm saying? They don't even have, they don't even have the power. Truth be told, And to some degree, I really feel, Ray, like you saw it coming. You knew it a little bit. You saw it coming a little bit though, Ray, didn't you? Yeah, I kind of feel that a lot. Okay. The situation. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you did. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, again, it's like this, you're going through this tug of war. Reality check. This is what reality is. you're going through a tug of war. You're going between what society says you're supposed to have, want, blah, 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 and your spiritual journey saying something a little different. And it's all the two, and the two are having a hard time colliding. You know, your spiritual, your journey, your power, all of that. And then what society says your relationship should look like, be like. All of this, you see how you were raised. It's like you're fighting a war of your, and this is why the red chakra is coming up, because it's coming up because of your upbringing, how you were learned, taught to be, and it's battling with who you are, your strength and power and your spirituality as a divine feminine. So this is the fight you're between right now, and that's why it's so difficult, because you're holding on to the past, in essence, what you've learned, and you're trying to let that go as you move to, but then you tend to waver and say, yeah, but it should look like this. And that happens all the time, because you're in essence trying to release yourself from an old way of being. That's what hurt, lies and deception, third party. It's supposed to end intimate. Okay. Yeah. And that's where it comes in, the level of control you have over others, recognizing you don't have any over anybody, your children even, you know, you never have that level of, it's definitely a battle. Yeah. So it's like, you know, again, it's this level of, you gotta trust your instinct more than what somebody's saying to you. You see what I'm saying? That's so important. Speaking your truth rather than what you want the truth to be, kind of thing, you know. And we do that many times, hoping that someone will change, hoping that someone would treat us better. Oh, I'll treat you even better, so I'll be treated a little better. And they may do it temporarily for a short time. But, you know, Spirit is telling me to tell you, it's like children. I mean, I've compared this for years, like men to children. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm being real with you. It's like, you know, children, like, it's like holding them accountable, keeping them accountable, you know. It's holding them accountable, keeping them accountable all the time. That's work. You know, truth be told, that's work. When it comes to your kids, you don't give up, right? So it's like, it's almost like it's work. It's like effort. And then I'm not saying you don't have to give up on this person. I fully, you know, believe that no matter what, follow Spirit's guidance for you in your life. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it's like following Spirit's guidance, recognizing that if some people in your life, it's going to require effort. It'll never stop. It's always going to be effort, and you're always going to have to hold them accountable, and you can never let up, because as soon as you let up, they think they got the upper hand again, and then therefore they try to get over again. You know, you see what I'm saying? So it's like this pattern. So it's almost like you got to lock that shit down, keep it locked down, you know. Like, you know, respect from your children, no matter how old they get, respect is due no matter what. You got me fucked up. Like, you know, respect is due no matter what, okay? It is a lot of work. Yeah, especially. Oh, yeah, especially when they're your twin. Yeah. You always got to hold them accountable. And at some point, it's almost like you want to say, okay, finally, I can release this. Finally, I can chill. Finally, I can finally just be. And you really can't. You say, I don't let up on that because we're adults. What you say? What did you say? Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so you got to. You got to hold them accountable. It's like you never can release somebody from the accountability that you always got to hold people accountable. You can never release it. So, like, as soon as you start letting them get away with it, they just keep doing it. You see what I'm saying? So if you really want to keep that strength there, you know, surrender to the flow. All right. Let me get y'all advice here. Let's see what other advice we have here for the divine feminine. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm going to give y'all some love advice real quick based off of what we were just talking about. Ooh, that just popped out. I'm going to see what it was, but I'm going to put it back because I really didn't shuffle. Okay. Oh Lord, it's still coming out. Okay, no matter. Okay, it's gonna be that kind of day. Nope, I can't give up because spirit and the universe won't let me give up on my situation or on this. Yes, and that happens. You know, that happens. And because it's a part of your journey. So it's like, what have you learned from the journey? Right? You see what I'm saying? Like, what have you learned from your journey? All of you. Like, as you're going through this journey, a lot of times you keep being faced with the same thing because it's another level. So now it's to take you to another level. Oh, I keep forgetting to do your spiritual. Let me get your spiritual first before I give you your love advice. Because it's taking you to another level. It's another level of ascension. So in essence, when you like conquered one thing, now it's time to go to the next level. It's been a long journey, almost 4 years. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, yeah. I've been with my twin. I've known my twin for over 20 years, probably 25 years. And we've never come together. Like, isn't that crazy? I'm just saying. I mean, in the sense of, you know, the traditional sense, if that makes sense. Yeah. Whew. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. What do the divine feminines need to know as far as their spiritual journey at this time? Wow. I love it. Ascension. Didn't I just tell y'all that? Ascension. Ascension in harmony. Here and now. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I just love what I do, right? Isn't that beautiful? Yes, it's another level of ascension. So as you're going through it, that's why I just said, just remember you haven't been knocked down. You learned something new. Just now, just keep moving forward, okay? That's all you can do. And now, let me give you some love advice. Let's see if the love advice is for my divine feminines. Listen with your heart, okay? Listen to, oh my gosh, let me tell you, I want y'all to read this. This is exactly what I said earlier. This is exactly what I said earlier. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm good at what I do. I'm just saying. Did y'all see what it said? It says, you are listening to what is being said to you, but need to listen with a loving heart. I can end this reading right now, but I love y'all so much. I'm going to talk to y'all a little more. But isn't that on point, though? Look at that. I mean, y'all can't tell me I just made this shit up. I mean, y'all can't tell me. I'm just saying. Y'all read it for yourself. Can you read it? Can you read it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? I'm just saying, okay? Again, this is where your power comes in. And in order to help yourself physically, you have to just, you're going to have to release. You just got to release, okay? So let me see what other advice is coming out for you guys. This is beautiful. I love this reading. This reading was beautiful, guys. Wasn't it beautiful? I kind of feel like this inaction has to do with somebody who's not taking action to make the changes. Because we got 8 of Wands earlier, 8 of Wands in reverse. Then we had actions in reverse. And then we had this hostility. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I got all that from. So just in case y'all didn't see that earlier. Yeah, but yet you still have this abundance. So it's like all of that hostility over here, non-action, but yet it's this abundance that's still there. So it's like you got to keep going. You got to keep trusting in spirit. And when I say trust, I'm not saying trust in a person. Now, I need y'all to be very clear on this. We're not trusting in anyone. You don't trust in man, woman, anything. You trust in your children. You don't trust in nobody. Only person you trust is God, right? Spirit, your angels, your guidance, all of that. That's what your trust lies in. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let me see what the rebel deck got. Let me see. Let's see where you are in the rebel. Let's see what my divine feminine's sacred knowledge brings to y'all today. Sacred rebel deck. I mean, I'm sure this is all confirmation for what we've talked about earlier. Conscious and unconscious. So conscious connection in the world and not of the world. Okay. Again, realizing the level of spirituality that you're in. You're in the world, but not of the world. Right? Okay. What is the comment here? Let me see. What does it say? Definitely, I can't see it. Okay. Meditation has been a huge help in getting me through the tough patches. Absolutely. Taking that time out. And this is what I do just to help you guys. Just, hold up. That's my problem, is trusting in people. I definitely trust God, spirit, in the universe for sure. But I have major trust issues. I've been trying to listen with my heart, but it breaks. Now I'm leading with peace of letting go. Is that what you're saying? Letting go? Peace and letting go. Good. I mean, okay, so when it comes to your heartbreaking, right? In essence, these are expectations that have been broken as well. Like, look deeper into your heartbreak, like, and see what that really is, like, for yourself, not into listening to someone else with your loving heart, but rather, then boom, I trust with an open heart and mind, then boom, right, yeah, nah. Nah, we don't want to do that. That trust factor, trust is earned, not given. So you got to be careful about that. Who do you give your trust to? You know how you have certain people you talk to? You talk to your friends, or you talk to your sister, or you talk to your cousin, or certain people you talk to when you want a certain answer because you want things to be a certain way. This is similar to that. Trust. Like, be careful with who you allow yourself to trust. Like, no, we don't trust anybody. You only trust God. Trust God will guide you in regards to that person. Like, people used to always say, especially like in the religious sector, oh, okay, I'll pray for you, or God told me this for you. Yeah, but God told you something too. So I'd rather listen to what God told me than what God told you. You see what I'm saying? Like, in essence. And so when it comes to trusting people, trust me, they got an agenda. If you want to trust me. Everybody, different people have agendas. So you got to be careful. You trust God, not people. That's just very clear. So, that's very clear here. Let's see if anything else is coming. Okay, they're telling me to read this to you. Let me see. Okay, hold up. They want me to read you the message associated with these two messages really quickly. It might be like a message in here. It might be even like a prayer or something that you can say, or affirmation in here as well. So let me see, because you actually got 34 and 35. So 34, in the world. So in the world speaks, it is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public. It does mean stripping back your beliefs, strongholds, and mental and emotional security blankets. And this is why this is important, because the reason why our heart is broken is because whatever that was, it was a security blanket. Whatever that was broken in spirit, when it comes down to you having to learn the lesson, you're breaking your old belief system. You're breaking these really not so real security blankets. It's like an illusion. It's like you're faking yourself out that you're safe. You're not. So in essence, spirit is breaking this wide open so you can see things for what they really are, because there's no need for that security blanket. It's like children who hold a little blanket because it makes them feel safe. It's just a fucking blanket, That's it. It's a blanket. It's blue, it's pink, whatever it is, you're sucking your thumb because it gives them some level of security. This is you now releasing. This is spirit helping you release the security blanket that you no longer need. What is it that you believe that in your life? Like, it could be, oh, I look good. It could be, oh, but I dress well. Oh, but I have this nice car. Oh, but I have this nice house. And then when God and spirit takes away that house, that car, your looks, all these things that were fake security blankets, fake strongholds, fake illusions, they were illusions. And so it's so it can break you open so you can see truly who you are and the value in who you are outside of those things. It's so much deeper, right? So let me continue. So you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you. Your conditioning. in itself. That's a whole sermon in itself. I'm just saying. I'm gonna just put it out there. Imagine the conditions that have kept you away from just kept dropping out of your hands like keys, coins, clocks, conditions, beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding, and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it be like to feel as though you were on holiday every day? I'm just saying. Let me go to the next one. Because let me see if there's an affirmation for that. There is a healing process for this, so we'll read that. But let me read the second one. No. There's a healing process for the next one. So let me read the second one. Conscious connection. This one here is about there is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. Okay. There is an opening for heart-to-heart communications that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship. If you are willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you. Okay, so yeah, I meant to tell you guys this earlier. There was a conversation that I had where we were talking about just taking people for who they are, face value. DMX just passed not too long ago, and it was something that he said, which was so true, and this is how we got in a conversation. He was like, trust people to be who they are, not who you want them to be. People show you who they are all the time. They show you who they are. So believe them. Trust that they will be who they're going to be. Don't trust the words that are coming out their mouth that you're safe. Don't trust that they'll come out their mouth that they're leaving someone or they're going to now give you the best life better than they gave someone else and all this. Don't trust that. Trust that they're going to be who they are. So for instance, if they're a liar, trust that they're going to lie. That doesn't mean that you can't be with them, love them, whatever, but trust that that's what they're going to do. If they're going to cheat or if they cheated, trust that they're going to so-called cheating. Now, y'all know my perspective on cheating because I don't really believe in that fully, totally, because I feel like the word cheating actually gives the connotation that it has something to do with you, like they cheated on me. No, they didn't cheat on you. They did what they were going to do. Trust them to do what they're going to do. They didn't do it to you. They were going to do it anyway. It's so interesting because it's like people wait for people to fuck up so they can then fuck up like, oh, you cheated on me, now I'm going to cheat on you. But you wanted to do it anyway. He looked good. You wanted it anyway. You see what I'm saying? So it's so interesting. But anyway, let's go into conscious and unconscious connections. Okay. So that's what we were talking about there. Okay. So this is about the connection with them. So let's go to the healing process. If you guys want to repeat after me, this will be y'all healing process for today. Let's go ahead and breathe. Let's take it on down a notch. Whew. Go ahead, get your breathe in. Let go, let it out. One more time, take it in. And one more time, take it out. Listen as the bowl continues to ring. With your hand on your heart, say out loud, I surrender all my relationships into unconditional love. And ask that the truly nourishing, soul enriching, expansive, and nurturing relationships be healed and drawn closer to my heart. I ask that the draining, depleting, destructive, or toxic relationships be drawn out of my life through unconditional love, mercy, grace, and my own free will. So be it. Imagine that you can breathe golden light in through the front of your body and out through the back of your body. Repeat this process with a rich emerald green light in through the front of your body, out through the back of your body. Don't worry if you can't feel it or see the light. Just intend to work with the light and relax. Finally, visualize, perceive, or see a beautiful beating heart with luminous green and gold parrot wings on either side of it. Imagine, perceive, or feel that there are many other beautiful beating hearts with parrot wings of different colors, and they are all flying around together. Enjoy the playfulness of this vision, and in your own time, come back to here and now. Feel the air on your skin. Notice the temperature of the room. Feel your feet on the floor. When you're ready, open your eyes and return to your day or your evening. Repeat this as often as you need, Divine Feminines. All right, let me go back to the comments. Yes, my spirit has been broken. When I've been trying to heal for years, then boom, the wound opens up again by my twin. And we've been doing the spiritual work together, even full moon and new moon rituals. Trust God, not people. I always say people have an agenda. I don't care about material care. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, let it go. Let it out. True love and living in my spirit, my soul process. You're welcome. You're welcome. I love you guys. Yeah, repeat this as often as you need to in order to kind of just release that. Take that time to release the anger, release the hurt, release the resentment, release it. Just take that time to go ahead and release it. Let it go, let it out. And this is a time to release that burden. Remember, you have not gone back any steps. You have really you're just about to go at it again. Remember, forgive yourself for it. Learn from it. You'll be good. Okay. I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you later. Blessings, love, and light. HP Marlana out.